Yo, yo, yo. Hurry up, hurry up. Let's check this out real quick. Dude, I wonder if y'all could hear my whatchamacallit, music and whatnot. Probably, to be honest, but how we doing? Let me pull up my chat and stuff. Let me send out a notification to the Discord that we're live and whatnot. But what's going on, everybody? Let me send this out real quick. Make sure the quality is on par. Let's make sure the microphone's good. We have market open in a couple minutes. Check this out right quick. While I get ready, I'm gonna play some music. Let me see if this is good on my stream. Chad, this might be glitched. I made a bunch of different videos saying that I'm live, which is not good. Speak this on the phone. Okay, that's fire. That's fire. No, it's working. All right, if you guys are in here, like it up. Let's see who's in the chat. Let me send this out to the Discord. Okay, bet. Let me log in on the analysis right quick. Yo, yo, yo. Okay, bet. We're on the H1. Let's peep the correlated time frames right quick. All right, market opens in 3 minutes. Yo, what's going on, everybody? How we doing today? Let me know you guys leaning bearish or bullish for this week. Me personally, if you guys take a look at my my key levels, if you guys are probably wondering, yo, what are these lines? Just for some clarification, this is for your hourly range. Yo, is the music too loud? Y'all gotta let me know. But this purple line is weekly EQ. This is monthly EQ. So ideally we have what? A bullish Judas swing, and then we just start tanking. You said bearish? Yeah, y'all are hip. Yo, what's up, Fire Some Gamer? What's good? Last say, what's good, Shing, and what's good, PT? How y'all doing? Yo, it's Nil. What's good, broski? How we doing? But yeah, I'm leaning bearish. Hopefully we see a bullish Judas, and then like macro time 950 1010. We see that distribution lower. But that's the game plan. I got my I got my what you call it, Top Step account open on my desktop, trading via my MacBook. So I'm kind of liking the setup. We'll see. How you doing, gang? Chilling, bro. Chilling. Ready to make some money today. Let's run it up. But you guys gotta let me know. Is the music too loud or is it good? You looking for sells or buys? We're in a deep premium. So in terms of like the weekly range, let me show y'all something real quick. Some sauce. These are your EQs. So this line right here, that's our daily EQ. We hit our daily EQ for a daily range. What time did we hit it? Let's peep. We hit it like 8 a.m. So price is fair in terms of our daily like range for intraday. However, we still haven't hit weekly EQ, which is huge. Let me turn off this music real quick. But yeah, whenever I'm looking like for my intraday or like just the beginning of the week setups, I always make sure that price is fair. We already figured out monthly EQ, but weekly still hasn't been touched. So, and even when it comes to wicks, we could take out, let me pull up this tool real quick. Let's see how we respect these zones. You're still waiting for the Wick theory? Yeah, you know it, bro. You know it. Price delivery continuum theory into Wick theory, and that's the play. That's the move. Okay, market open. Traded into the discount of this Wick. Again, I always wait for the macro times for my setups. Always, always, always. Make sure you guys are liking up the stream, by the way. Dude, that's a crazy Wick, not gonna lie. Just gotta wait it out. Let me set this up. It is a Monday. Let's check news real quick. This is where I'm gonna look for a setup. Again, above this line too, we're just in the deep premium. We're in a rich premium, so we're just looking for sells. Ideally, bearish, right? So let's look for a time arrays. We're in a CB right now. So even we could get rid of this wick because we know that we're at. Here, I'll do this. So this is the discount of that wick right here. Let's change the color of this real quick. And then we want to see how we respect this M15 Sibi. Dude, this thing's huge. Yo, we just got a couple order blocks. Not really too favorable. Okay. Interesting. Sweep the M3. M5 as well. Got this big wick. Inversion. Check the hourly. Huge Sibi. Okay, cool. We're souping a discount. You're low-key waiting for a sale? Dude, honestly, me too, bro. Keep it real. But it just really depends what we do. First 15 minutes of price. Our opening range is technically the first 30 minutes, but let's peep news for today. Okay, so we have no news today. We had news on a Sunday. That's weird. OPEC, MMMC meetings. No news Monday, no news Tuesday, and then we have PPI on Wednesday. So today is going to be, or this week is going to be pretty susceptible to some manual intervention. Well, prior to news, you always want to trade after news, and this is 8:30, so. But we have red news at 10 a.m., so that day is going to be interesting. But yeah. You Waiting for a fair value gap entry. I mean, you can wait for any type of entry. Depends. I'm telling you. RSXYLO. What time frames do you look for? What time frames do you do Wick theory on? Bro, it depends because the whole concept of Wick theory is what? It's an intermediate term high, and in other words, it's a fractal, right? So it's a Mohawk in price. So it really depends on what higher time frame PD array we're hitting. So if we're hitting a PD array on the daily time frame, I'll go to the intercorrelated time frame to that PD array and then look for an entry, like a scalp entry on there. And that's how you top and bottom tick. If it's supported by SMT, bunch of different confluences, but in a nutshell, that's how you kind of do it. So it's like whenever people ask what time frame specifically do you look for it on, it really just depends what specific PD array we hit, because depending on what PD array that we hit is how we know what it's gonna present itself on. But yeah, we just wait. I'm still looking for shorts, but this right here, this yellow line, do you guys see how we just soup it? We're super duper light. That's not a good sign ever, especially when you're bearish. You always want to be rather heavy above EQ, and then you want to be you don't want to be light below. We're like super duper light here, and we just fly higher. We want to be heavy and just start tanking, realistically. But today's is a no news Monday. I'm gonna get rid of this because it's just a little too much. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait for my allotted time, 9:50 to 10:10. We'll see what plays out. Okay, I completely missed this. We have this crazy wick right here. Let's pull the OT of it. Reverse it. Okay, if we start to soup one of these levels, and then we form Casa's wick theory, that'd be super duper clean. These are all just OT ranges of that daily wick, by the way. NQ, NQ, NQ. But you guys let me know, have you guys caught anything so far? You could have low-key printed on these longs, like low-key. Right here, soup this key level. But TP would have been... Okay, TP would have smashed. You know what? Let's do this real quick. Because this is actually a key range right here. This helps us know... If we were to be bearish, closure through EQ is not, it's not good. We don't want to see us close through. Wicking through it is fine, but if we close through this range, yup, we're ideally going to hit what now? The 3 to 4. So we have room higher. Loki, you think we're aiming for those 15-minute highs? Dude, if it aligns with this confluence, dude, low-key, you see these deviations? Do you just see this bullishness, how light we were at this key level? Yeah. 100%. Second we close above here, again, we're just in a deep premium, but we'll see. Again, we're just failing to close through here. I want to see us close through EQ for this bullish play. Okay, that's good. Let's see how this fair value gap holds up. Right here. Can you show your chart colors? Dude, you know what they say? Your chart colors kind of determines if you're profitable or not. So I don't know. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, I'll show you guys chart colors, no problem. Dude, can I make this up? Starting to reverse here, which is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Gotta see how this plays out. Huge fair value gap. We'll see if we could scalp this right here. If this is a possible breakaway gap, that'd be clean for shorts. But no, this is a measuring gap right here. We just want to see this be a breakaway gap. If we could see some speed down through here, closure through this range, that'd be fire. For shorts at least. And you could target even like trading back up into this measuring gap. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Dude, price is just indecisive right now. Because we gave this retracement leg and then we just went back to this point. But again, we'll see. I'm still hitting bearish. If we could create like a SMT or something, that'd be good. This range is super duper important. Again. But we'll see. Still haven't hit our macro time, 950 to 1010. So we may even sweep out these highs prior to other people that jumped the gun and got in shorts early and then start to just distribute or tank way lower. That's what we might see happen. Even create like a divergence. Yeah. We could measure out this wick right here. Pull up ES, see what we got going on. But yeah, just gotta wait this out. This rejection block, key level, pull out the quadrants of it. Nice little soup. Closure here would be nice. This order block would be clean. We just need to see what candle closures. Candle closures are everything. So if we start distributing significantly lower, if we fail to close, start wicking, that's never a good sign. But we'll see. Yep, not good. I don't really need this fair value gap anymore. Just kind of watching this rejection block, seeing how we play out. Again, we're in a key range right now. So this, this range in between these blue lines, they're either gonna send us to what? The fourth deviation up here, or they're gonna send us lower. So we'll see. We give the discount of this wick. Let me pull up ES real quick. Let's see how ES is doing. But guys, patience is everything, genuinely. While we chop out, let's play some background music. This order block wouldn't be too bad. But this zone right here is kind of like the danger zone, because it's either going to send us significantly higher to what the fourth deviation, sweeping out those highs, or it's going to send us way lower, taking out weekly EQ. So 950 to 1010, that'll tell us the story. Wait for the macro time, and then that's money. Dude, if we could just stop chopping up, that'd be beautiful. Just like, bro, price is just so indecisive. But next 5 minutes, we should get clear, like, bias, or we should obviously know what price is gonna do. But right now, it's just a waiting game, to be honest. Pull up ES. Yeah, ES is tanking. Let's see YM. Yeah, YM is downtrending as well. YM looks completely different. Doesn't even look anything like ES or NQ. Traded into a Sibu super duper clean. Dude, this price action is just horrid, to be honest. Not good trading conditions, if you guys can't see. Okay, if we start to see some candle closure, that'd be nice. Some clear distribution prior to the macro. Beautiful. There we go. There we go. See some candle closure. Fire. What Wick held, guys, or is holding. You guys see this rejection block right here? Do you guys see this range that we're in? Just note that. These are all notes. Because this range still will either send us, ideally it sends us lower, but it could still send us to the fourth deviation. So we just got to watch it. Be careful with it. We'll extend out these lines to the macro time, because it just looks like we're chopping up in this area. So patience is everything. Wait until 950 to 1010 and we'll see. Shing, do you still want my chart colors? Yeah, we're just chopping. Chop, chop, chop. Mm-mm-mm. All right, we're entering that macro time, so price should start to spool. Clear, clear, clear. Expansion higher, which is nice. Yeah, we're just chopping up. Not a good price action, to be honest. What's the macro time and what does it do? So during the last, what is it, 10 minutes in the first 10 minutes of price of every hour, those are your macro times. So they're 9:50 to 10:10. And there we go. Yeah, and it just spools price. So that's kind of how the algos ran. It'll spool price towards either what, liquidity or um like where institutions are going. That's what I'm trying to say. My bad. There we go. Now we see some bullishness. Straight up. Cool, cool, cool. But this price action was it's just not good. This order block is nice. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, we're coming off of here super duper light. Not really respecting much of anything. Closed above here. Ideally, we respect this order block and it sends us to the fourth deviation. But it's not something that I would take personally just because we're in a premium overall. And I don't like longing in the premium. But in terms of like the ranges for intraday, wouldn't be bad right here. Enter this order block, stops at mean threshold, take profit at the fourth deviation. Pretty cutthroat. But again, we're in a premium and price is super duper unfavorable right now. We're just chopping up on a no news Monday. Mm-mm-mm. Something like this wouldn't be bad. Targeting the fourth deviation. But again, it's just I hate how we're in a freaking premium. Like, I hate that. Like, I wouldn't take this just because we're in a premium. Like, I'm still looking for shorts. So if we could turn this into a breaker block and then use that to mitigate our short positions, that'd be fire. But this setup right here would have been super duper clean because it's a measuring order block. But if we're in a discount, it would have been clean. We're just in the premium, so it's just not something that I would take. So it will be a aggressive candles towards liquidity. Yep. And if it doesn't distribute during this macro, there's a macro like every hour. So there's 9:50 to 10:10, and there's 10:50 to 11:10. So you always want to see what your last macro did. Did it distribute price? Yes or no? If it was accumulation and it was a cumulative macro, then you're likely going to distribute during the next macro. But yeah. We just kind of had static price action, just tied in this range. But yeah, days like this is where I wouldn't even click buttons, cause even if this, like, you end up being right, it's like not following my rules. So we'll see. Let's peep ES and YM again. We look kind of decoupled. Like, we're not really trading with YM at all. Let's see ES. ES, we took out those highs as well. Dude, ES just looks terrible. I feel bad for anybody that traded ES. They definitely blew up a couple accounts. This isn't as bad as what ES looks like. But yeah, this order block, ideally this order block sends us to this fourth deviation. But again, it's in the premium. I just don't like how it's in the premium. That's my only red flag. So the reason why I wouldn't have taken it personally. But it's still valid. Again, it's a measuring. It printed within the EQ range. Stops would have been at mean threshold. See how it plays out. And we're respecting what? Bullish order flow. Because if price were to reverse, we'd reverse down here, ideally. Anyways, today's super duper high resistance. If you guys could have seen that. Just waiting. My objective would have been right here. Fourth deviation. That would just been done. We could wait until 10. We have a new range. See what that range wants to give us. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to just ask away in the chat. No trades taken for me personally. I'm just not interested in shorting or in longing in the premium. And there's nothing clean for shorts. You never want to fight the trend, so it just wouldn't make sense. Interesting, interesting. Is the OT between 0.6 and 0.79? Here, I'll show you the OT settings. So you have your 0, you have your 1, that's where you're pulling it from. And then this is just measuring out your optimal time entry. So price, realistically, in the buy program will always give you retracements. Continuing that buy program, and in the sell program, it'll do the complete opposite. But yeah, it's your 0.5, your EQ, super duper important. Your 6-2 level, 7.05, and then 7.9. 7.9ers. Dude, this change in state wouldn't be bad. See if we soup any of these quadrants from this range. Should be like a what, M3? Yeah, there we go. See how this plays out. This isn't bad right here. Okay, thanks. I use the OT and I see longs on price currently. Okay, that's actually really good. So far, price action has just been super duper unfavorable. Like, it's just high resistance. So your best bet is just waiting. We also have this fair value gap right here. Get to this range right here, but I'm gonna wait for the M15 high to get taken though. Just make sure you're watching it with ES like carefully, because we could sweep it out on ES, creating an SMT. Yeah, we took out those 15-minute highs at 8:30 news like a while ago, and we failed to do so right here with this. Is this the right time? Yeah. So there's SMT between the assets, and we're in the premium. We have the change in state right here. You said, oh, okay, I trade Forex, but I still trade NAS 100 on Forex, so the same price action. Yeah, now I get that. Dude, it's just super duper funny because everybody who trades Forex like always ends up switching up. They always end up switching up to either futures or like options or something. But I've never seen like a futures trader or somebody that's like options switch over to Forex. I mean, besides like gold and like USD. Trash price action today. I mean, it's a no news Monday, but this price action is horrendous. I'm not gonna lie. Like, look at these wicks, bro. Like, come on. But we're in a premium again, so I'm still, if you were to do anything, shorts are favorable. It's just a patient game, and it's a high resistant game, so you're gonna take, like, today's gonna be susceptible to losses, and this is where psychology really kicks in. That's why I always say you want to have good psychology with a mechanical ass like set like system. That's really how you win in these markets. Is that if you have a set criteria and you have a system that you follow that's super duper mechanical, it's really hard for you to get. The second your emotions get involved, you're gambling. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. The second you start revenge trading or tilting, there's no edge in that. You said imagine goes to all-time highs. No, if it were to, it would like it would make price fair on the weekly. I've never seen price hit all-time highs with leaving this level untouched. Like we have a lot of room lower. Do you see this weekly level? Because we already hit monthly EQ a while ago, but we haven't hit. No, we have hit daily EQ. We just haven't hit weekly EQ. So we still got space lower. We'll see. We'll see. Said I see. Yup. I took a loss though, dude. No news Monday. Again, my biggest word of advice: journal. See, why'd you take a loss? Was it a technical issue? Was your set system present? Did you follow all of your rules? Right? Was your criteria there and it still lost? Because it's a probabilities game. Nobody has a 100% win rate. So you journal that, and you journal how you could just learn from it, whether it be psychological or technical. But today my set rules are just not present, so I'm just not touching it. Now my levels were there and followed my shit too. Price just rallied. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, then yeah, it happens. If your win rate hypothetically is what, 60%, close as you can get to 100% is Casa Wick. You're not gonna lie, bro is hip. I'm not gonna lie. But what's good, Just Wave? How we doing? But no, my system wasn't applicable, so didn't take anything. Still just waiting on this place, see how it plays out. Chilling, bro. How about you? You know, live streaming, doing some live trading. We'll see how it goes. What about you, Mr. Just Wave? You catch anything? You catch any longs or shorts? Price just seems horrendous right now, bro. This stuff it looks like a barcode. I might have to delete this playlist, chat. Yo, wait, where can I learn your Wick theory? I mean, I teach some of it on my YouTube, but if you hit the link in my description, the full link to it is casatrades.com. Nah, but I caught 2K subs on the block channel last night. Dude, that's crazy. What's his face? Bro, I checked Ducky and Santi. Tell me why Santi's at 68,000 subscribers, bro. 68K is crazy. I think you're at what, 7K or 8K? Or is that somebody else? I think I'm just getting y'all confused. But yeah, Santi's a killer, bro. I know. That's actually crazy. I need to get hip ASAP. 7K, dude, that's actually sickening. That's stupid fast though. Ducky got banned yesterday, but he got unbanned. Was it for the hashtags or was it just for the content? But yeah, this is high resistance. This red line got hit. Get rid of that. Oops, wrong one. Now Kid's mass reported his live. Dude, I'm surprised they don't do that with his main channel. He has like 700 something K subs. I would imagine he gets a lot of people reporting his main. Maybe I'm just tripping. But he got all 4K hours on one stream. Dang, dude. Hey, good for him. Bro just knows the sauce, I guess, to YouTube. Dude, Isaiah caught shorts. Okay. He said, is that 1 month? Yo, Isaiah, am I saying that right? Bro, let me just respond to the message on Discord. 1 minute or 1 month. I really can't tell. Dude, honestly, imagine you just like find a way to like automate that. You have just channel straight printing, like 3 channels monetized in 3 days. You're just pushing out the same content, but you gotta get different content out. That's the hard part, because I'm pretty sure YouTube will just ban you if you simultaneously posted the same videos per different accounts. But dude, Roblox definitely might be the strat. Yeah, bro, we gonna figure it out at school. Facts, but bro, Santi's about to get what? A plaque, like a YouTube plaque already? It's gonna be a funny ass username. Bro's name is gonna be like something blocks. Dude, but a YouTube plaque is a YouTube plaque, so it doesn't even matter at the end of the day. A YouTube plaque might be more impressive than a payout nowadays, because they make it stupid easy to get paid out. So if you guys are not getting paid out, you guys need to just lock in ASAP. Yeah, bro, he's 30K away. And when he started, that's what's insane. Started like 2 weeks ago, I think. That's what you said. I don't know. Yo, watching this price action is actually just like demoralizing. We're just not going anywhere. We're just tied up. We have this wick right here that we actually isn't bad. But again, I'm not taking any longs just because we're in a premium. It wouldn't make sense for me to. So he says last day of August. Yeah, so he started recent. No, that's really good.
A gap, 5-minute gap.
Dude, this other dude's live stream just popped up on my page. Dude, hella people are live right now trading. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What do you guys think about the thumbnail? Did I do good with the thumbnail? Like, is it nice? Music like good, everything's good. I still need to lock in on the trading, because I really want to start doing live trading on the YouTube like consistently, like every single day. So we'll see. I gotta lock in on some stuff. Good luck on the stream. Appreciate you for tuning in, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, lock in. Yo, Krowski, lock in. A lot of people are gonna be like, yo, this is Casa's Wick theory, this is Casa's Wick theory. Technically it is, like, you're not wrong, but it just, I filter them out. I wouldn't take this Casa's Wick theory. Why? We haven't given fair price, so it doesn't make sense for me to. We're in a premium again. If it was in a discount, I would have been pulled the trigger on this trade. So it's always, again, always journal, see what your problem is. Is it a technical problem? Is it a psychological problem? And then have a set criteria that you're checking off. If it's applicable, if it's present, execute. Doesn't make sense not to. But for me, it's nothing's really, not yet at least. I'll probably wait out. We'll see. Something may present itself. What's good, Casa? What's good, Ellie? How we doing? I know somebody caught dubs today, which is fantastic. Are you gonna stream on YT for live trading? Would be cool if we could be in a channel on the Discord. Dude, it just depends because I would live stream with the students all the time, but it just got to a point where the students just wouldn't show up. So I'm like, if the students are not gonna show up to the calls, I might as well start streaming on YouTube. But I'd be down to get in the call, do some live back testing, live trading, live everything, like a Q&A session with everybody in the Discord. That'd be fire. You know what I'll do actually? I'll actually like set up a announcement for like a set date and a set time. So that way everybody, like, I'll do like a poll and we'll see how many people we can get to actually join. And then if we get enough people that'll actually join up the call, then that'll be something that I'll be down to do for sure. But this range, again, if you guys want a little bit of sauce to how I trade in between ranges. If I were to go short, something has to present itself within this range, not this range. And the fact that we didn't respect EQ of this range right here, it's a major red flag for the next hour. Would be dope if we could talk to you. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm down. It just depends if you guys would actually come through or like show up in the call. But I'm always down, so feel free. We'll set something up. I actually like how we're souping this stuff right here. But this price action is just so static. Let me pull up my stream on my phone real quick. Let's make sure the microphone, everything sounds good. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. That sounds pretty good, I feel like. Yo, yo, yo. That sounds pretty good, I feel like. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, cool. Cool. Dun, dun, dun. It's echoing though. Dude, it was echoing because I had it on my phone. Because for me to hear myself, it's going to echo for you guys. Sounds pretty good? Yeah, I agree. I just want to make sure the setup's good because I want to make this like a consistent thing. Just because I haven't executed on anything today, like you guys will see live executions in the future. It's just today's price action, like nothing presented itself. We may see like something may present itself later today, down the line. I'll probably just wait like 10:50 to 11:10. We'll see. Oh, never mind. That's yeah. That was me playing it, bro. That was me playing it. Dude, that's actually crazy. I haven't seen this bad of price action in a very long time. There's just no news Monday for you. You guys are gonna be scrolling on TikTok. This is why you guys are unprofitable day traders. There's gonna be a bunch of like people just screaming at you. That's how it be on days like this. That's why I had to delete social media, bro. I had to delete TikTok, Instagram. Man, my feed, bro, was just LMAO. Yeah, bro, you know what I'm talking about? Like, do you see those videos? I'm like, I don't like any type of videos like correlated or related to trading because this is what I do. Like, I'm technically a full-time day trader. And I'd be on my TikTok and I still get videos about day trading. I'm like, come on, bro. Let me just talk about or like see something else. Would you still trade eval accounts if your psychology is fucked? No, bro, no. I feel like I forgot everything in the last few weeks. Got my first payout. Boom, I'm blowing everything. But you know what? That's happened to me before. I remember when I first started, I think a year in. Well, I got my first payout like 2 months after day trading, but I got my second payout a year after that. So during that big gap, I was super close to being consistent finally, and I was one day away. I remember this was on I forget. This was either this was Top Step for sure. I was one day away. I had to have a winning day, and I would get paid out. And I ended up blowing the entire account. I think I lost like $4,000 that day, which was crazy. So psychology is low-key everything because the second your emotions get involved, bro, your edge is it's going through the window. That's why I like to have a mechanical edge where I'm just it either hits stop loss or it hits take profit. My feed is filled with brain rot. Nah, that's real. Like the 6-7 stuff or what? But this was clean. Swoop the key level right here. But again, it just was in the wrong zone. Like, I don't trade in between this zone. Everything you can think of. That's good. That's good. Because a lot of people are like, bro, whenever you're first day trading, you just gotta lock in. But I feel like a good mix of like straight bag testing. Like, it's good to, you know, go outside here and there. You don't have to be on the charts 24/7. Like, a good mental break is always good. Like, me personally, after a straight winning week, well, I haven't had a losing day in a very long time. Because when I tell you guys less is more, like, generally, like, whenever you guys reach a stage, you guys are going to be taking less trades. You guys are going to be so much smarter with it. You're going to be like, okay, I'm going to wait. You guys are not going to be trading on Monday. You guys are going to be patient during, like, days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will go by, and then there'll be weeks where you won't even trade at all. And that's how you got to think about it. You truly are like a spectator or like an observer, and then whenever opportunity avails, that's when you execute. But yeah, if you guys are just executing or clicking, because it's really easy to click buttons. That's how all these like prop firms make so much money. I think it got leaked how much money Top Step like made in profit, but it was like a stupid amount. So when I tell you guys a lot of these guys are not profitable online, they generally are not profitable. It just really comes down to how you really trade. I don't really care if I lose or win, but blowing funded suck. Yeah, they make it really easy to blow fundeds too. That's why I'll be doing micros here and there whenever I'm like putting a cushion or making a cushion on the account. But whenever you have meticulous entries, it's really easy. That's why I love bottom and top taking. But yeah, psychology really is everything. I remember this one time I was winning for straight. Every single time I have like a crazy winning streak, the biggest thing for me is the gym at least. Like, I'll go to the gym. They got all the amenities at Lifetime, so, you know, I'll do the sauna, hot tub. They got a cold plunge now too. I'll just relax, and it just feels like all that dead weight, all that pressure that you ever feel, it just drops at the gym. So that's kind of my way of coping with, I guess, the pressure. But if you think about it, less is really more. Just be meticulous with your entries. Like, that's all it really comes down to. If it's not an A+ setup, why would you take it? Because them fundeds, they add up quick. It's like, on top of that $49 for the account, my funded futures, you're looking at $100 something. And if you're just blowing them like this, like, before you know it, you'll be down 1,000. And then 2,000, and then you're mentally fucked, and then that's how they get you in that downward spiral of straight losing. Because whenever you rewire your brain to win, it's really hard to start losing. And whenever you because everybody's like susceptible to what? To success. It really is like that. Like, it's not hard to have an edge in the stock market. I've seen people get paid out with 50% win rates. Like, Wick 3 or Casa's Wick 3, the way I do it, it's an 85% win rate. So whenever I take that trade with confidence, because I know there's an 85% chance I'm right. And hypothetically, whenever I am wrong, I could just do the complete opposite and enter in, but I still choose not to touch the setup after I do lose a trade because, again, psychology is everything. You always want to preserve as much mental capital as you can. But dude, days like this are just really gonna like kill people's psychology. Cause I could just imagine. Cause bro, one mini on on NQ, they're heavy. So look at this wick. Do you know how many people were probably just riding out this freaking like longs up here, and then we open up down here, dude. They would have been up so much if they had trailing stops. Just raps. The only thing that I see that was relatively clean was this right here. Stops at mean threshold. I would have been targeting this level right here, AQ. And you would just trail stops, but again, this is just high resistance. Nothing that I would have taken because what? Again, guys, I always wait for my set rules, my set system, like my set rules, my criteria to be met. Just wasn't met today. But yeah, I just really like this soup on this key level. It's an algorithmic signature. I really like it. But again, just look at the conditions we're in. What time frame is this? The M3. Nah, we don't even have SMT at these highs. But I was just kind of yapping for a little bit. I hope you guys are liking the stream, by the way. Just good vibes all around. If I were to have actually taken this trade, if we closed above EQ, I would have been out. So I'm gonna just act hypothetically, like let's say I was actually in this trade, because it was clean, it just didn't meet my full criteria, so it's not something that I would have taken. But the second we closed through EQ of this range, that's when I would have gotten out. I'm not trading today because of no news Monday, but still in the charts. I mean, yeah, the charts, there's always like a learning opportunity to see what's going on. You could always learn, never know. But no news Mondays, bro, they're bound to be super duper messy. Yeah, so the second we closed out, I would have just been out this position. You see we closed above EQ of that range. But yeah, bro, this price action is just terrible. I'll probably just wait out until like 12 and I'll end off the stream. So I'll be here for way longer, if anything. Is there also new stuff to the WAP coming? Yeah, I need to post out the weekly levels. And psychology stuff would be really cool. Yeah, I'll definitely do some more psychology stuff. I actually rolled out with I completely changed up the WAP, by the way. I redid it. So it's what you call it. Instead of having like a subscription for like $1.99 where you just actively get my key levels, I just switched it over to a one-time payment. That way it's just a lot easier because everything's just kind of organized now. But yeah, no more subscription for that. trying to think. But yeah, I'll definitely do some psychology videos ASAP. And how to identify like high resistance stays. There's a lot coming to the WAP. But we'll see. Hold on, give me 1 second. Dude, there's actually a decent delay, which is nuts. I don't like that delay. Dun. All right, chat. New ranges. New ranges. You see what we're working with here? Dude. Key soup right here. Key soup. We have a measuring gap just chilling right below us. Nice little breakaway gap. I wonder if it did anything on the M1, to be honest. Dude, this soup on the ski level was fire, but where would you have gotten in? Yeah. I personally don't see an entry. Super important fair value gap right here. This range. Soup in this key low. No idea what this is. This is a part of it. Yeah. Bet. How you guys liking the live stream so far? You guys want more of these, or just let me know. He said, of course, more. Yeah, I'm planning on it. I'm planning on going live again tomorrow. And let me check my calendar, actually. Let me give you guys some more psychological game real quick, right? This is what I do personally, and it's helped me so much. Because the biggest thing for me was having a set structure. Because you guys need to understand, having a system as human beings, because is actually a really good thing. It's just the system that's set up for us, just like the standard is just, it's set up so that the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor. That's just how the system is designed, right? That's what the quote unquote matrix. We don't got to get into that or whatnot, But the problem whenever you reach like financial freedom or freedom as a trader is not a system. Having a system is what's going to be susceptible to your success as a trader. So always have a set system that you follow. It's not going to be the system, oh, I got to go to school, oh, I got to work a 9 to 5. Like that set system is just not it. I got to have a 401k or Roth IRA, and that's going to be the rest of my life for my retirement. I'm not talking that type of system. I'm talking every single day whenever you have so much time on your hands, what are you going to do? How are you going to get your brain to work, right? How are you going to get your brain to stay productive whenever you have so much time on your hands? And this is what I do every single day. I have like a big calendar, right? And I actually have it like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's on my wall basically. It's like mounted on my wall. And it's just like chalk that I use, and every single day. When I tell you this calendar is big, it's big. And every single weekday, either Saturday or Sunday, I'll plan out my entire week. So my agenda for this week is Monday I go live, Tuesday I go live, Wednesday I don't go live, and then Thursday and Friday I'll be going live again. So this week there'll be a bunch of live streams. That's 4 days out of the 5 days of the week that I'll be going live. So the more the merrier, yup. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I'm just yapping, bro, to be honest, but I'm telling you guys, these are just problems you guys are gonna eventually run down to, like down the road. You guys are gonna be done trading like within the first 30 minutes sometimes even pre-market. And you're like, bro, what do I do now? Like, genuinely, like, there'll be days where you just have so much free time, and it really is a blessing, but it can be a curse. You're like, bro, I don't know what to do. And you're just sitting there, just laying down out of boredom. You're like, bro, what do I do right now? And that's where you just got to pick up a book or just find something to be productive. Learn a new skill, just anything. Because the more time, whenever you're a profitable day trader, the more time you spend on the charts, the more confident you can get, but it can do the complete opposite. It just really depends how you backtest. But getting the repetition in is always good, right? Dude, I'd love to see something like, I just want to see how we respect this measuring gap. We can measure out these ranges too. Okay. I'm wrong too. Okay. So this leg should be done distributing, technically. The furthest it should expand to is 41 technically. This is the furthest that this leg should distribute to. This leg technically should distribute, yeah, minimum to these lows, at a minimum. So we'll see. Dun, dun, dun. Nah, yapping. This sauce. I'm just telling you guys, like, longevity wise, like, there's so many, like, it really is a blueprint. Like, every single profitable day trader, they have similar characteristic traits. And not outside of day trading, just entrepreneurship. People are very similar when it comes to being successful. Did you take trade, bro, or are you waiting for the setup? I'm still waiting for the setup, to be honest, because my range still hasn't been validated. What are the lines on the chart for? These are like the ranges that I trade within. Like, me personally, I have a very mechanical system. Like, if it's not there, it's just not there. If it's not in conjunction to my setup, I just don't take it. And I'm still looking for shorts because we still haven't hit EQ on the weekly range. So I have no interest in longs. Is there space for longs? Yup. But I just have no interest in them. But no trades for me personally. Just got really curious, but man, oh man, we can mark out the next macro. The next macro should be good. Because again, whenever, which is 1050 to 1110, whenever your 950 to 1010 macro is rather stagnant or just doesn't move, like look how much we just moved up here. We just didn't move anywhere. So, but yeah. Let's measure out this leg again. Yeah, that's the most this leg should move. This one came off like a fair value gap on this. Let's peep the second short. Yo, is the stream laggy? Like, let's see. You guys gotta let me know. Is there a video about your ranges and how to mark them out? There is. It's all on the WAP. It's all on the WAP. So the WAP, it's all like categorized. It's super duper organized, but the sequencing, like Enigma or quote unquote Enigma, something that can't be explained, it's just sequencing, right? It's algorithmic and it's all mathematics. It's so just numbers. So you could measure out every single leg and see how far it's gonna distribute or how far it's gonna retrace, and that's how you get your top and bottom ticks, because there's certain levels, there's certain numbers that price shouldn't exceed, and that's how you get that exact top and bottom tick. Again, that's quote unquote Enigma, and that's how you do it. But there is a video on it. It's on the WAP. It's called MMXM. It's a bit laggy, yes. Do I need to fix that? Is my voice laggy or is it the actual trading view? It just might be because I have a bunch of tabs open. Let me close out Google. Imagine I just end the stream here on accident. That'd be hilarious. Control or command queuing is not good. I'll just watch it. I'll start moving the chart less, so that way the stream lags less, if that makes sense. Let me open it up, see if my voice is laggy. Imagine I just end the stream here on accident. My voice isn't laggy, so it should be good. Oh, the model? Yeah. Bro, are you waiting for liquidity sweep above the recent high? Not really, no. I'm waiting for a clear reversal, clear change in state and delivery. That'll be my Wi-Fi. Yeah, I think it's, dude, sometimes it does it even whenever I'm not streaming. I think my trading view is glitched. I need to like actually delete it off of my MacBook and reinstall it. Cause, yeah, we'll see. Again, I don't know if you guys were here since the beginning of the stream, but I trade in ranges. I trade in implied ranges. Implied dealing range is huge, but this wick right here. Oh, hold on. Is it laggy, chat? Dude, I promise I'll fix it by next stream. I genuinely apologize. But right here, this wick. You guys gonna have to bear with me with this lag, but where is it? This wick right here. When I tell you we're super duper light around this EQ, we're just light. So your EQs, your premium and discount, you want to be heavy in the premium and you want to be light in the discount. That's your biggest indication to what program we're in. And we're super duper light in this key level. And then what do? Skyrocket higher. And then we give what? An OTE range, optimal time entry range. Change in state. We're just clear buy program. Breakaway gap. Fail to even touch the breakaway gap. Just clear buy program. So realistically, does it make sense for us to go short anytime soon? No. But I'll try to move my trading view less and less. Maybe it's my OBS settings even. I'll play around with it for a little bit. First stream, so it's not gonna be like on par, fortunately. But I'll get it down. But yeah, Again, reading market structure is huge. It's everything. Seeing what ranges you're in and just trading in direction of it, because your intraday is always going to be more important. But higher time frame does play a big role, and that's why my win rate is so high. Is that I'll be looking for this type of market structure, but in the complete opposite, because we haven't hit weekly EQ, so we're heavy. We're in a premium. So I'll wait until we're heavy in the the hourly range, and then I'll be looking for shorts. That's kind of how I trade. And then start bottom and top taking, but if the breakaway gap gets disrespected, shorts are more likely to work, right? Dude, that fair value gap, the reason why it's a measuring fair value gap, it measures, like genuinely it measures how strong like buying, in a sense, if you guys trade order flow, like buying and selling pressure. But basically this measuring gap, since it got printed within that EQ and through it, it just kind of measures, and we failed to even touch it. So that's indication that we're super duper bullish. So if we were to inverse it, then yes, you'd be correct. That'd be a good sign for what? Shorts. What's good, AJ? How we doing? But no, the biggest problem with people that trade ICT is that, bro, when I tell you he drops a lot of sauce, like he drops a lot of sauce. Like he has a stupid amount of models, a stupid amount of PD arrays. It really just comes down to what you take away from it and what resonates the most with you in terms of how you day trade. But yeah. I realized my chat wasn't even on live chat. Okay, bet. There we go. But just off of that breakaway gap, you can kind of tell that we're just in favor of longs. Like longing anywhere just shows speed and indication, and we have no intention of coming down lower. Breakaway gaps always get filled, but they're just an indication of what? Speed. Speed is everything. Bro, I also trade reversal when price came to higher time frame point of interest. Is that what PIO stands for? Nah, point of interest would be POI, not PIO. Waiting for rejection, market structure shift or CSID, and then trade on fair value gap order block done for day. You see, you have your set rules, which is fantastic. You have your set system that you follow every single day. And that's very similar to how I trade. I just trade in ranges. So I have specific time ranges. And dude, I don't know, should I really drop the sauce? You know what? I'll hold off on the sauce, but there is some sauce that I need to teach you guys ASAP. I don't know if I'll put it in the YouTube video. I'll probably drop it in sometime this week during the live stream, because I am streaming every single day this week, besides Wednesday. So we'll see. But yeah. You guys kind of will always know what fair value gaps are important and not important. And that's the biggest thing about ICT. But fair value gaps have been around for a very long time. And same with Casa's Wick theory. Casa's Wick theory is actually like I just renamed another concept that's been out for a very long time. It's been out since 1996. Same thing with the fair value gap. The fair value gap has been out since 1996. And ICT, or Michael J. Huddleston, he literally he renamed it, essentially. The original... Well, I don't even know who originally found the fair value gap, but FEG, fair value gap, the first time that I've ever came across it was actually in the book. And the book was made in 1996. And it was just called a gap. It was called the 3 consecutive, like, what was it called? Candles. And the ICT just called it the fair value gap. But yeah. ICT did rename a lot of stuff. Like the inner trader circle. He actually stole off of another guy who had this same, he called his mentorship or like his close group, the Inner Circle Workshop. And ICT just made that his name, which is crazy. Okay, so the macro is opening up. We should see some key indications here. He said drop the sauce. Bro, just wait. Trust me. It gets good. It gets good. There's really a lot. I hope you guys are at least learning something about, because bro, trading has been around for forever, and a lot of these concepts, like even Casa's Wick theory, people are like, bro, is Casa's Wick theory gonna get patched? And I just laugh. Like I genuinely laugh in their face, because bro, Casa's Wick theory has been around since 1996. That's like going up to somebody and saying, yo, is the fair value gap still gonna be applicable? Like, is the fair value gap patched? Like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But essentially, that same book that I've seen was 1996, and it had the fair value gap in it, so far before ICC started teaching, and it also had what I found as Casa's Wick theory. So that's kind of where I got it. Hey Kaz, I've been following you for a few. That Wick theory has been helping me a lot. I'm still getting used to it. Win rate is like 50s to 60s, but definitely opened my eyes. That's fantastic, bro, genuinely. Took any trades today? Me personally, no. Nothing really fit my criteria. But just because I didn't trade today, we'll see. Something could present itself. It really could. It's just this is super duper unfavorable price action. Unless you took longs. Either right here. Or I have this pointed out right here. Super duper light right here. Only long opportunities that I see. I could actually... long opportunities all right here. Again, time always beats price. Like everybody's like, yo, my setup presented itself. Like I don't know what it is with unprofitable day traders, but generally they're trading like London and Asian session. I'm like, bro, master one time session. Like that's all it comes down to. Even if your setup presents itself during Asian or London, it can hold, but it's gonna be what, lower probability, because time is everything. If you're not using time before price, you're trading blindly. I try using your strat and see it's very high probability when we execute in equilibrium. Exactly, bro. That's what it's all about. I trade in ranges. And when I tell you it's extremely high probability, it's 85% win rate. 85%. So it is super. And like everybody's like, yo, when you type in bottom tick at these key ranges, you're going to have a low RR. The thing is that it's super duper, like it has a high RR and a high win rate. Like it's the best of both worlds. I can't make it up. But yeah. Always make sure you guys are using your time base, because time is everything. Again. Always make sure you guys are using your first presented fair value gaps from 9:30. There's a 5 look back period, your new day opening gaps, new week opening gaps. These are all things, these are like magnets in price that price just gravitates towards. If you guys are like, yo, there was no edge present here, it's like, look what we're looking at right now. You guys see how we just closed through that fair value gap, trade back into it, and look at the times. Bro, can you post this on YT so I can go back and watch this? I got school. Dude, yes, bro, lock in. Yeah, it's gonna be unlisted. So if you, it'll be public. So there'll be a new tab. There'll be a new tab on my YouTube. It'll be shorts, live, and then video. So just go to live and it'll just save itself automatically. So you're good, bro. You're good. But yeah. Dude, these fake Casas keep joining the Discord. I have no idea how they get in. Like, they do know I see you, right? Like, I've been like 4 of them in the last week. It's actually crazy. Thumbs up. Yep. Got you, bro. So that vertical line is your time window. Yes. Time is everything. Time is genuinely everything. Your macro times, if you were to wait for your setups, generally, let's say you trade TGR strat, Powell strat, Justin Welch's strat, like anybody's strat. Let's say you specifically waited to trade that strategy during the macro times. Your win rate is going to go up just a little bit. It's going to go from a 50% to, we'll say, 60%. But it's just higher probability because you're mixing in time. Whenever you mix in the new day opens, your 8:30 open, your New York open, your first presented fair value gaps, bro, just your win rate just goes higher and higher and higher. I don't know. These are the confluences that work for me. Again, I kind of have the mentorship or the the program like structured to where there's 4 different models, 5 different models. They're all immensely high probability. So 9 times out of 10, like a student always resonates or clicks with a certain model. Like there's model 1, model 2, model 3, and model 4. Yeah, there's 4 models. But yeah, time beats price every time. Every time. And I know this stream is like super duper laggy and the quality probably ain't there for real, but next stream I'll make sure I lock in and make it way better for you guys. But this wasn't a bad day by any means. Really wasn't. It was not a bad day. It's a day that I wouldn't have traded. You know what? I'm gonna quiz everybody in the chat right now. Would you guys call today a low resistance day or a high resistance day? Or a seek and destroy day? Let's get you guys used to like profiling intraday profiles. Let me know. There's 3 options. Low resistance, high resistance, or seek and destroy. The second you guys are able to differentiate your profiles, that'll also help you guys a lot. I guess nobody knows. Nobody. You said low resistance? See anybody else? What you guys thinking? Casa, could you please explain why one moved down and the other moved up and never returned? Are you talking about the failure swing or what are you talking about? But basically, I'll show you this again. But down here, we had an EQ, right? Price gives fair pricing, and then we skyrocket higher, right? And then we had a new time range. What was our new time range up here? This EQ. We trade back down into this EQ, right? We come off of what? Again, time. A first presents a fair value gap. Skyrocket higher, close through this. Time presents a fair value gap. Now these are what you call supported price moves, right? Change in state, inversion fair value gap. That also held. Completely missed this right here. But this held to the T. Inversion fair value gap up here. Held. Stops would have been at consequent encroachment at this wick because wicks are gaps. And yeah, if you missed your entry, you could have gotten in right here. Institutional order flow entry drill on the inversion. And then take profit. When I tell you we got space, we got some space. It would have been either this high or eventually up here. 24,001.75. I just have no interest again because we're in a premium. I don't ever long in a premium and I don't ever shorten a discount. Well, sometimes I will, but it's breaking my rules, so it's just not something that I would do. But bro, that's actually crazy. 2 macros where we just failed to distribute. He said, yeah, for example, New York Open happened, then ES moved down while NQ didn't, and it moved higher. Yeah, I would say with YM at least, we were decoupled. That's what you call decoupled market conditions with YM. But ES was still in it. We're still pretty, like we're moving on par with ES for the most part. There we go. The macro is finally distributing us, which is great. About time. Let's see, ES. We even had SMT, like crazy SMTs with these ES, but we'll see. My bad for the lag, by the way. That's gonna be fixed next stream. It's not your guys' internet, bro. It's my trading view, and I think I got my settings messed up. I could just start streaming on my desktop too. But yeah. Is YM Dow Jones? Yep, you know it. That is indeed YM. They move together. It's like a 3-pair cycle. The SMTs with YM, they're not as significant as with ES. So think of it as like gears of a bike. They all kind of move simultaneously together. But yeah, make sure you guys are liking the stream. If you guys aren't subbed, really appreciate a nice little subscribe. But yeah, I don't think we had anybody new that joined up. Okay, I don't know what type of music we're playing, but y'all digging with the, y'all vibing with the house music. Take anything today? Me personally, no. I didn't take anything today, no. What about you, Derek? Did you catch anything? The only thing that I see that was somewhat clean was longs, but I don't take longs whenever we're in a premium. Just because. Longing in a premium is always lower probability, but yeah. What confluence is that? What is rejection block? It's basically, let's say like you sweep liquidity, and that big wick that we're rejecting off of is a rejection block, and it's not a gap in price. It's not like a wick. It's its own different measurements. So it's like an order block, for instance. So it's a mean threshold. Kind of waiting for this possible short setup here. It just really depends, bro. You never want to fight a buy program. You always want to wait for confirmation. Been sitting on my hands all day. You see, that's discipline. That's discipline. So props to you. That's always good. But how many years did it take you to be profitable? Personally, I don't think I was ever technically unprofitable. I remember my first year, I did options, and I traded support and resistance, and I ended off like the options play like Weeble. I was up like $200 at the end of the year, but it was a pretty messy year. And then second year, I was getting consistently paid out and stuff. So it didn't take me too long to get profitable, like super duper blessed. But when I tell you guys I was locked in on the charts and just ICT and just everything, like bro, I was genuinely super duper locked in. think I got my like first payout 3 months in. So that's whenever I discovered props. It's from Apex. It was like 1,000. It was a small payout. But I've been trading for a while, to be honest, so. Yeah. We'll see. Did not mean to throw that there. If you're waiting for shorts, always wait for this measuring block. You gotta wait. You gotta see how we bounce off of this gap right here in the M2. Just have that plotted out. Agreed, not gonna fight the market today, but if it ends up looking favorable, I'll probably size down and see. Yep, that's great. That's great. That's always good. That's good, bro. You're disciplined, like generally. That's really good. But yeah, just make sure that you're following your set setup. So if you have a set criteria, like me, I trade super duper mechanically. And if it's just if a set rule isn't there, I just won't take it. There's no point in me executing. So just be meticulous with your entries and journal. Journaling is everything. But we're treating that first presents a fair value gap pretty, like we're respecting it. Again, time always beats price. Like time is always the biggest confluence. We're still in the macro, but we still haven't just moved anywhere, unfortunately. But yeah, just kind of chopping up. Me personally, I wouldn't even look for shorts. Just because we're not coming off of like any strong confluence until we inverse that measuring gap, or if we trade up into a specific range. But right now we're just kind of just chopping. First, I also don't know anything, so I learn ICT concepts. I'm learning day by day and try to work on it, one single setup to be profitable. The hardest thing about ICT is that, again, bro, he like spits out sauce. Like there's just so many confluences. Like you'll just drown in confluences to the point you're just unprofitable. Because if you could justify every single setup, you're entering and you're just wrong. Like you're gonna be erroneous 90% of the time. That's why I feel like every single ICT trader, they'll go through like a stage where they kind of like have an information like overload. They'll take everything in, and then after being unprofitable for X amount of time, they'll start to get rid of this, add on that, and then just have a really simple mechanical sort of like system. But yeah, at least good luck to you guys. I have to go study. See you tomorrow. All right, peace, Ellie. Have a good one. I'll be here tomorrow. Hopefully that like price like action is actually favorable. We'll see. But yeah, have a good one, bro. Appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you. But have a good study sesh. Sweep at 902, then I want to see what we do. Valid. Much love. Yeah, you know it, bro. I'll see you around. Dude, I just been on my hands this whole day today. Kind of sucks. But that's another thing, is that a lot of people, they'll be just like sitting waiting on the charts, and then they'll be like, I have to take a trade, because I've been sitting just watching my laptop for 2 hours, for 3 hours, like I have to take a trade. And that's simply not true, because if you think about it, small compound plays, they always work out in your favor. So let's say, for instance, instead of trading 5 days out of 5 days and you lose what, three out of those days, let's say you have a maximum like loss of $500, right? You live every morning. That's the plan. Like today's the start. So I'll be live tomorrow. I'm not going live on Wednesday, and then I'll be live Thursday and Friday. But ideally, I want to be going live every single morning. We'll see how it goes. Today was kind of my first day to get a feel of it, but I completely lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? But yeah, that's what I was trying to say. You don't have to trade every single day. Like genuinely, days that you don't trade, like days that you're not losing, that's technically a winning day. Like genuinely, like days that you're just making $0, that's a winning day because you didn't lose. So would you rather have a winning record of trading 5 out of 5 days, losing 2 out of those days or 3 out of those days, or having days that you trade 2 days out of the week, but you're winning both of those days? You get what I'm saying? You're gonna have a higher win rate, and you're gonna be more confident in your setups. Because whenever you lose, it really affects your psychology a lot more than you think. And same thing goes for whenever you win. Also affects your psychology in a good way. But just kind of rewiring your brain to consistently winning, that's what I kind of work on. But yeah. Like this candle over here. Again, I see no interest in shorts, and so we either inverse that measuring fair value gap or come off of one of our key ranges. And our key ranges are significantly higher. Like we're looking at 24,000.25. So we have space higher, like genuinely. I wouldn't take a long at a premium again. And again, this random PD array that's time based. If you guys want the settings for this right here, I'm telling you. First presents a fair value gap every single day. Previous imbalance, like your look back period, your IPTA is 5. So 5 days. Same thing with your new day opening gaps and whatnot. We can peep them. Let's see how we're doing with them. Yeah, we're in a premium, so we're definitely gonna come down. Sometime this week, not necessarily Monday. If you think about it in your AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, so we could even manipulate higher tomorrow before what? We have news on Wednesday, so that actually aligns up perfectly, does that not? To our RTH gaps as well. Yeah, we soup discount of the RTH, and then we just fly higher. But, yeah, time-based confluences again. But no, if you think about it in terms of your AMD for your week, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, today was pretty like accumulative. It really wasn't too volatile. Tomorrow we could manipulate significantly higher into what? That range that I just showcased to you guys. And then Wednesday we have core, we have PPI, we have serious red news, so that could just distribute us to the rest of the week, giving what? Fair pricing. But your news always helps with profiling your AMD. It's always your news. Well, you obviously have to have a way to build narrative around it, though. You can't just be like, oh, we have red news here, because you don't know what's going to be manipulation, what's going to be distribution if you don't have your true opens, because that's really all you need to determine your AMDs. This wick is holding. It is indeed holding, so we'll see. By the way, if you guys haven't liked up the stream, like it up. I'd really appreciate it. But yeah. Also turn on notifications. I'll always send it out to the Discord if you guys are not in the Discord, but you guys want to be notified every single time I go live, because I mean you guys already know the schedule. I'll be live tomorrow during New York AM, and then Thursday, Friday. So that's kind of what the schedule's looking like. We'll see. Definitely gonna be doing some live executions whenever price is favorable for my liking. That's another thing. Never force setups. Whenever you get too emotional, you always start to force setups, and then you'll journal and look back. You'll be like, where was the edge? Like genuinely, where was the edge? And that was one of the biggest things for me personally, is that I would always try to justify an edge whenever there really wasn't an edge there. And then I would journal, I'd be like, yo, there really was no edge that was applicable to the circumstance, but I still executed on emotions. Can't set any trades yet, but this price action, so no. But yeah, I'll probably stay on here till 12. If nothing presents itself by 12, I'll just be back here tomorrow. What about you, Ken? Did you catch anything? Take any longs, any shorts? Let me know, let me know. Do you guys see these time-based ranges? And what are we doing in this time-based range? Yeah, it's my training view that's super duper laggy. I'll probably delete it and redo it. Dude, my training view is just laggy for me, like it's bad, but it doesn't do it whenever I'm on Google, so it's weird. It's only on the app. Now currently at work, I only look at the charts, no executions. Discipline again, that's great. That's what I always tell everybody in the Discord, everybody in general, is that you're literally just speculating. You're a professional speculator. That's all you do. You're professional. You're just sitting down. You're observing price, objectively too. You don't want to ever have a subjective point of view, or ever marry a bias or anything. Just look at it objectively. If you see opportunities, like stuff that hits your criteria, boom, execute. Journal. All it comes down to. If people were to simply follow what I just said, you'll be profitable in like less than 3 months. Paid out consistently after those 3 months too. That's really all it just comes down to. Journal everything. You want to dissect the problem. Is it technical? Is it emotional? And yeah, you just want to go in observing price. You're telling yourself every single day, hey, I don't have to take a trade today. I'm a professional speculator, right? I'm a professional observer. I'm just observing price objectively. I'm not marrying a bias. I'm not looking at anything subjectively. And yeah, that's all it really comes down to, psychology wise. But I feel like every single trader's like journey to profitability is it's a what you call it, idiosyncratic conundrum, because everybody has different experiences. And personal growth is always a part of like development as a trader. But I am yapping, chat. I am yapping. If you see an inversion here, shorts may be clean. Just have to wait. But chat, you guys let me know. Did you guys catch anything? You guys catch any shorts, any longs? The only thing that I see that you could have like genuinely caught was longs, and that was pre. Shorts may be forming right now though, so that's We have to watch that closely. There we go. We see some distribution finally. About time. But yeah, my time cutoff is 12, so we'll see. Measuring gap finally got filled. Let's see if we want to utilize this measuring gap or inverse it, because this fair value gap will tell us a lot of the story. Super duper time based important fair value gap. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, this measuring gap is everything. We could get rid of this. My trading view is so laggy, it's actually disgusting. But yeah, how we treat this right here is everything. Just gotta be patient. But yeah, if you guys are new and tuning in, You guys know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're gonna be live every single day today, or every single day this week. So I'm gonna try and make this like a consistent, like daily type of thing. We'll see. What's the strategy's win rate? It's 85% win rate, bro. 85%. It's not something new. It's been around for a very long time. It's like the fair value gap. I got it from the same book. The book was made in 1996. I should low-key throw the PDF to the book that inspired Casa's Wick theory. I should probably put it in the Discord. I'll probably do that today actually, because it is a really good read. He said holy at what? At what R multiple? Yeah, you know what's crazy is that everybody's like, yo, if you're bottom and top ticking, you're gonna have a ridiculously low win rate. But the thing is that we have a super duper high win rate with a super duper high or low RR. Like I'm not really risking much ever. I have a bunch of videos on Casa's Wick theory, like super duper basic on the YouTube. It gets a lot more in depth in the mentorship, but I feel like the YouTube is enough to just like kind of get your head around it or like get a grasp of how like good it is. But yeah, it's a mix of kind of like ICT, mix of kind of everything. Dude, I really should link the book. It's called like, what is it called? How I Made $1 Million Last Year Trading Commodities by Larry Williams. Fire book. That's what actually has the original like idea of the fair value gap that Mr. ICT took and just renamed. And yeah, it also has the fractal or intermediate term highs. And that's kind of what I got Casa's Wick theory from, because it's just a fractal in price and it happens on every time frame. But yeah. Probably give it like 3 more minutes or 30 more minutes. Closure above here would be good. To everybody watching, I'm actually going to test you guys. So make sure you guys are watching price right now like real good, because I'm going to test you guys on this price action on a setup that just formed. But low-key, I think I'm gonna like stream a lot more. Just straight vibes. Got house music playing in the background. How long have you traded this model? Bro, a while. Genuinely a while. Like I'm pretty confident with it. If you're completely new to it, I'll show you some sauce. because it actually presented itself like right, like it's active as we speak. It's happening right now. That's why I wanted to test you guys. I don't know if you guys heard me earlier, but hint, hint, it just presented itself. We had this measuring gap, 3 consecutive wicks. It was right here. Like, where's my tool? Fibonacci, 3 consecutive wicks in this measuring gap. I'll mark it out for you guys. Just look at that RR. Like, I can't even make that up. Entry at the 1. You guys know this. You guys know this. Stops at the 0. That's why I was going to test you guys. Look at this. Take profit would have been anywhere, either this high partial, this high full TP. But you could have held the honesty until this key level. But Casa's Wick 3 presented itself right in front of you guys, like genuinely. I know it's super duper laggy whenever I move like around and like set this up. I apologize, but dude, I really can't make this up. Where is this? And then your first partial would have been I'll change the color of it to green. First partial. Get rid of these. But bro, it's right here. Then this would have been your full TP. So you pyramid entries and everything. But yeah, I hope you guys, whoever's watching that live, I was like, bro, what is playing out right in front of us? I was trying to test you guys. Nobody really says it in the chat. It's cool. But yeah. But yeah, if you guys are new, hit that like, hit that sub. I'm going live every single day this week, damn near. So let's get you guys going. He said, doesn't it present itself right next to it as well? Again, you always want to filter out price. That's the biggest thing. I marked out earlier, I was like, this measuring fair value gap, it tells us a lot. Like, this measuring fair value gap tells a story. We're either going to respect the upper quadrants and form what Casa's Wick theory in it, or we're going to inverse it, and then that's whenever it could have presented itself for shorts. But that measuring fair value gap was everything. Sorry, broski, I'm listening like a podcast at work. But that's good, bro. That's good. You're getting paid and you're watching a live stream. That's a win-win, right? I used to do that all the time whenever I used to work. I used to listen to audiobooks. Nah, I get it. I get it. But yeah. I was trying to test you guys like live. I was like, bro, it's literally happening right in front of you guys. Like, somebody, please. But no. Yeah, I told you guys the measuring gap was super duper. It's measuring for a reason. It always gets filled. It's high probability setup, and it presented itself at a key level. That's how you kind of filter it out with these time-based ranges. But yeah. But yup, Kansas Wick Theory hit 2 out of 3 take profits. We'll kind of watch it here at this point. But it was pretty clean. It was pretty clean, not gonna lie. Very clean. Still, measuring gaps are everything. That's what I'm saying. Time-based ranges, they generally they provide an edge. They really do. What are my thoughts right now? I mean, for me personally, I never like the way that I trade, the philosophy that I trade. I never really like move stops to break even. I always have a like the reason that you have a stop loss is because if it hits that price level, it's what invalid. That's level of invalidation, right? Whenever you're breaking even, technically your position could still be validated, right? So why would you get out whenever your position is invalid? So I always partial. So my first partial would have been right here, second partial right here, and then third partial would have been at this high right here. So I would have been in profit partialing and then leaving my last contract to either hit stop loss. But yeah, that's just how I trade. So first TP would have been here, second TP would have been here, and then I would have still had my original stop loss down here. But I would have taken profit on 2 contracts already, so. We'll see how we respect this fair value gap right here. But I'm still leaning bullish for the position. Like I still want those highs to get taken. Until what? Until invalidation gets hit, and then we trade back down into this measuring gap, and then if we inverse it, then you could easily catch shorts. That'd be an easy play. But yeah. There's a 15-second SIBI that we're respecting. So in the intercorrelated time frames, ideally we inverse that, but we could easily just respect it and then just take out these lows. Because we also souped what? The discount of this wick right here. So ideally we would have had speed and inverse through that rejection block. You always, whenever you're bearish or bullish, you always want to see the opposing PD arrays just getting disrespected, and you want to see your PD arrays in conjunction to your trade get respected. So. But chat, what are your guys' thoughts right now? Let's hear them out. Always curious. What are you guys thinking? You guys catch any shorts, any longs? How'd you guys do today? Let me know. I'll probably post this on X. 2 out of 3. Take profit to hit, but we'll just wait it out for the last one. Want to see if we hold this 5-minute inversion fair value gap. Let's do that in 5. Yeah, this gap is way too big. Whenever you see super duper big gaps, let's see. Alright, but let me screenshot this. Actually, we'll wait until it fully hits stop, and I'll screenshot it. But today wasn't bad. Presented itself on the measuring gap. 2 out of 3 take profits hit. Decent. Not the best day, but profit is profit. What can I say? Okay, but let me screenshot this real quick. Now this measuring gap is everything. Let me go ahead and post this on X. 2 out of 3 take profits. Not bad for a no news Monday. Honestly, that's really not bad at all. But yeah, that's kind of how I trade. I always take partials, and I always leave the last position until point of invalidation. Okay, bet. Posted on X. I'll send the link to you guys actually. This inversion is super duper clean too. Like I said, this is a measuring gap, so whatever this fair value gap is always high probability. But not bad. Not bad. 2 out of 3 take profits hit. Unfortunate, but it happens, right? If we just start to chop around this measuring fair value gap, that's just what indication of high resistance. Always get used to profiling your guys' days, bro. I'm telling you guys, low resistance, high resistance, seek and destroy. Like, these are all really good. You guys gotta know what profile we're trading. We're in. Yep, super duper high resistance. Again. You can see if you have any type of SMTs. Correlating assets. Nope, no SMTs. What are you guys' thoughts? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Man, today was pretty choppy, bro. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you guys. Today was pretty choppy. I'm not disappointed at all. See how we treat this range right here. Let's see what we're doing in this zone. Yeah, I wish I could show you guys a second chart. It's kind of clean. Bro, I love house music. Like if I'm ever trying to dial in and just lock in on anything, whether it be like an assignment or just trading, bro, I just play some house music and I'm just locked in. It's because there's barely any words in the songs. Like typically, like whenever you're listening to music, like it'll genuinely like play with your emotions. It either starts to feel sad or like angry. Like, but house music is like laid back. It's like chill. Just good vibes only. That's really what you need. You just need like a peace, calm mind whenever you're trading. Dude, this was actually so clean on the intercorrelated time frames. I really wish I could show you guys a 15-second time frame, but we had what, an order block of CSID right here off of this measuring gap, and then we had a 15-second fair value gap, and then we just skyrocketed way higher. Like that's clean, 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 clean. Dude, I really want original, like, take profit to get hit. That'd be fire. Which was this right here. This was original TP. Looks like we wanted to give discount pricing one more time. Unfortunate. Now we're just plummeting, bro. Like, this is just so range bound. It's crazy. This high to this low to this low. What's next? This high. We could just create like a SMT or something. But no, that high probably will get taken. And that is exactly why you don't log in a premium. But this price is pretty horrid. It's pretty bad. Okay, so we hit 12. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, honestly. Just because this price action is super, super, super duper bad. It's just chopping back and forth. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something, whether it be psychological or even something technical. I hope you guys learned something new today. I'll be live again tomorrow. So fingers crossed that price action isn't whatever it was today. And yeah, that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Broke even for 16 bucks. That's still good though. You didn't lose. Were you in shorts or longs? You know what they say, a break even day is not a losing day. So as long as you break even, you break even. So that's the GG's. Good games. Don't tell me you were just like hyper scalping. You were just buying and selling periodically, and then you just ended up breaking even. I'm telling you, these buttons right here, these are some dangerous buttons. You always want to have limit orders with set stops, because these buttons, I can't even tell you how many accounts I've blown whenever I first started because of these buttons right here. Shorts? Okay, that's money, yup. Bro, broke even on shorts. Shorts are low-key higher probability because we're in a premium. But the trade played out straight to liquidity, so that was nice off of this measuring gap. Shorts low-key might be clean. It's just today is so high resistance, but ideally we inverse this. We have a CSID right here, and then trade back into it. Dude. And then we just take out these lows. That'd be full objective. And then even this level, 23,783.50. Just because we're in a deep premium. But we're just so high resistance. Oh, micros? Oh, that's chill. Micros are not. You're calm, bro. You're good. Hey, break even, I would say, how many trades did you take today? Because me personally, I only take one trade per day and I'm done. Because the second I start saying I'm going to take 3 trades, I'm like, yo, I might as well take 4, I might as well take 5, and then I'll either have like a really big winning day or just like lose really big. There's no in between. So for me, the biggest thing is always consistency. I always try to be consistent. But these legs are just so like back and forth. We're just so range bound. But it looks like we're shifting into a sell program. Why is that? Took out sell side right here. We took out buy side right here, and then we took out sell side right here. And then this right here is what you classify as a failure swing. Where the failure swing failed to hit this high right here. So this indicates what? We'd wait for confirmation at this key level. We inverse it, continuation lower, ideally to this level. But yeah, that's kind of how you put the picture together. One good trade is all I need, to be honest. That's what we all need, to be honest. With really tight stops, all you need is one really good trade. Just be meticulous with it, and that's money. B to the T, and yeah. But yeah, this failure swing it's big. Because if you think about it, we had a fair swing here, and then we took out liquidity, took out this liquidity, and then took it out again, and then we failed to do so here. So, but this is just very like it's accumulation. Fingers crossed that PM gives y'all better price action, but I'm done watching the charts personally. Kind of curious to see what we do here. It's VH. We respect this order block, but yeah, this order block gets respected. Ideally, you should start to send us significantly lower. What was that macro? 1150. Yeah, 1150 to 1210. We had this fake rally higher, and if you just trade against that, it's money. But dude, if you guys were able to just sit and stay disciplined and not execute today, like kudos, like that is some serious discipline. That's taken me years to do, to be honest. So you guys are in a good position if you guys didn't take any trades today, because I personally did not touch it because price was just unfavorable. And that's how you know if you should execute an opportunity of quote unquote avails, is you always want to be marketing or seeing whatever profile you're in, high resistance, low resistance, or seek and destroy. Today was super duper high resistance, so why would I risk extra cash on the table? So, but yeah, kudos, genuinely. It takes discipline to be hands off, because I'm telling you guys, when I tell you props rinsed people today, they rinsed, like they made money. People blew their accounts just off of this straight accumulation. It just didn't move enough for, unless like you're a hyper scalper, you could have definitely cooked it up. Like on a 15-second. Lunchtime, since it's 12, yeah, right on, you're right. And then we'll have our 1 to 1:30, or it's 1:30 to 2. That's our opening range for a PM session. And then your 1:30 is your opening. It's like your 8:30 opening price. But yeah, it just kind of depends. I've seen times where days like this, lunch will actually be super duper volatile from the 12 to 1. So we'll see. We'll see. It's actually just so funny to think about that. The stock market has a lunchtime, a dedicated lunchtime. It's just like a normal job, bro. Like, it's just amusing, I guess. Peculiar. There we go, now we're distributing. About time. About time. I want to see closure through here. This order block was to the T, perfect. Failure swing, breakaway gap, order block. This low should get decimated, just get smoked. If we start to chop around this level, it's not good, no. I'm just waiting for these lows to get smoked, to be honest. Boom, lows taken. This order block was to the T. Take profits are right here. Here's your TPs. Order block entry with a printed, breakaway gap, failure swing, first TP. Smoked. But yeah, I don't mind just observing, just watch what price is doing. Bro, did you hear your TP? Me personally, I didn't take anything today because it was super duper high resistance, but the model did play itself out. 2 out of 3 take profits. And shorts are super duper high probability, like that order block setup to the T. It's straight money. But yeah. What about you? Did you hear your TP? What trades did you take? Let me know. Yo, what's good, Amy? What's good? What's good? What's good? My bad, just clean up the chart a little bit. But shorts are beautiful. Not gonna lie. Y'all, I just banged a band across 5 accounts. My bad, I was super duper locked in. Just caught these shorts. Super duper clean. I was in this micros though, but clean. Ideally, we hit full take profit by the macro time. And I'm content. I'll literally just be content, bro. Content there. Okay, this song's actually like bad. Gotta lock in. Full TP about to get hit. Bless up, chat. Bless up. Dude, if it starts to reverse here, that actually kind of pissed me off. Oh, I didn't even see your message. Yo, what's good, Amy Forex? Or did I? Maybe I did. Maybe I did. I don't know. I look forgot. Beautiful flush. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see a hit take profit. And I'm content. I can go to sleep with a smile on my face. Dude, we're so close. Just hit take profit.